Alright, this video is on why in 2023 I turned down $1,000 to make a song for Andrew Tate, and also how God is always in control, all the time. So a lot of my followers and stuff may not know, in 2023, even in 2021 when I got into crypto, I was doing metaverse shows. I had already been doing music, I was a trader, and my brother showed me this space called, quote unquote Web3 at the time, that was a place where a lot of people would be like displaying their art. NFTs were huge and all of these things. So I jumped in around 2021, around that time, and actually came across a group that was making music and doing these different type of events and shows, and that's where I kind of got into it. So at the time, it was so huge, like it was getting so huge. We started out from nothing, just performing, every day, one time a week to 2 times a week, to like going towards every day. And it really started just getting so big that, different eyes started getting on the project. So DJs, like fashion people, curators, tastemakers, they started seeing what we was doing, and they wanted to be a part of it also. So that's kind of what blew it up. And at the time, the DJ, that he's still cool to me, even though we don't talk as much as we did. He came to me with an offer in like 2023, when Andrew Tate had got locked up, that when he got locked up in like another country and stuff, that would I like to make a song for Free Top G. And he was ready to send me the money. We went through a lot of different things. It was like bigger artists that he wanted to, it was bigger artists that would have the opportunity at first, yet they probably would want a bigger bag. So it didn't really happen with them. And so me being someone that he was talking with a lot, he actually wanted to, ask me and just send me, send me the alley-oop type thing. So I talked about it in a relationship that, wasn't the healthiest relationship at the time, for anybody, the person. And, I asked them, like I was going to fly out to LA. I was going to go ahead and like record the video, record the song, record the video. And I was going to get paid that day if I would have accepted it. Yeah, something in me just was telling me, like, especially when I started researching it and seeing, it's just telling me like not to do it. At the time I wasn't as locked in with God, as I should have been. Yeah, I just felt like it wasn't a good idea. For the simple fact that, just for the fact that, I didn't know what kind of, quote unquote, like backlash I would be getting from, from me doing this song, from me, if I had to travel different places, even if I was going to perform the song, how people was going to, at the time, Andrew Tate was a person that was on trial for human trafficking, getting little, getting children, these type of allegations. So I felt in my heart that I haven't never met him. His team was the ones who was reaching out to the DJ, so I had never met him. So I'm like, if, I'm not going to put my life on the line for somebody who I don't really never shook their hand. Like if I go out today, like if, Lord, like don't let it happen yet. If I go out today, I don't want me to, like decease, get off, like, and I never met the person that I made the song for. So I called a couple of my friends too. A couple of my friends said, you should do it. At the time they was like, yeah, you could do it. And, I just ended up turning it down. I didn't feel like it was the right time. And I feel like God was in control of that because, granted, I would have hit a super, like it would have been like straight up in the air. Just doing something like that, just like an artist that had really, I hadn't at the time, I hadn't really had, I don't have any hit songs or nothing like that, but just taking on that, and the type of people that was behind it. Of course his team was going to share it, of course, you know what I'm saying, the ecosystem of people who Andrew Tate knows would have, would have probably, you know what I'm saying, pushed me to the sky. I didn't feel like it was in my best interest to do that, I feel like that was God, even though I wasn't as locked in with God as I was, as I am and as I wanted to be. I feel like it was God telling me, like this isn't really for you right now. Like this isn't something that is for you at the moment right now. And that, I was telling myself like, all right, if it's $1,000 that I could make right now, then I want to be able to make $1,000 in the next year off of if I can't make it, if I'm not making this $1,000 right now, I want to be able to make the $1,000 at least in the same, in the same space in the next year off just my own strength. Because I felt if the $1,000 was really, and the DJ was getting more, the DJ was making more than me. And I felt like if I was getting paid this a lot of sum of money, that I shouldn't limit myself going into the future. So, you know what I mean? Like, if I can get the $1,000 my way and I have to sign something that I feel like I don't want to be a part of, then that would be still a great look. You know what I'm saying? And it happened. I did. I made the $1,000. I probably made well over the $1,000, that had, that I would have gotten for that. And I feel like God's in every situation, even when we don't know, even when we don't know what's going on, God is there, guiding us. He said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. So I feel like everywhere that we go, everywhere that we travel, everything that we do, God is always there in the midst of any situation, you know what I'm saying? And he protects us in different ways. He knows, he already knows our path, where we're going to be at. And I think he makes sure that, the guidance that we have is just allotted towards him, and it stays on path with exactly what he has planned for us. So, of course, like I said, I would have been like a one-hit wonder. Like, that guy who made the Andrew Tate song? That guy who made the song with Top G? Of course it would have been like that, yeah. Things don't always, it's not about who gets there the fastest, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not never about who gets there the fastest. It's about when you get there, do you have the things that actually empower you? Or are you now you're just a puppet because you're a hollow person. You know what I'm saying? You're hollow. Like, I was going to put my all into the song. I can't lie. I was going to put my all into the song. And it was crazy because I even thought about it a lot of times, and I was like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what I'm going to say. It was crazy. I couldn't really, usually songs come to me really fast, especially when I write them myself. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what I think I would say on this song. So it just, it never came to be yet. It just showed me that God was always with me, around, always there. And, even in my walk today, even in the things that I'm learning today, God is always there. God is always close with you. He'll never leave you. All you have to do is look to him. So now, just with me looking to him more, I have seen broader paths. I have seen things happen that's outside of the norm. You know what I'm saying? Things that shouldn't happen. And it's almost super shocking. You know what I'm saying? It's not crazy. It's just shocking. And it's profound things that happen, and that's just being locked in with God. It's things that never should have taken place that, you thought, you know what I'm saying, in the carnal mind, they can't really perceive. You see these things happen, and it's just really awesome. So, God is always there. God is always with you. God is good. God is amazing. God is awesome. And he'll never leave you. You know what I'm saying? If you just gotta tap in with him and talk to him. So yeah, I know everybody's gonna probably let me know in the comments on what you would have did or how you would have handled it. And I know I told some of my friends like this, it's 2026 now. This was a minute ago. Yet I just want to see other people's perspective on how they feel about the whole conversation and about the whole situation. So if you would, you know what I'm saying, say something in the comments, let me know, and much love, peace, and have a great day. All right, Much love.